And welcome back to Talk of Alabama. You know, New Year's is traditionally a time of hope and looking forward to the future. But no matter how the new year affects someone, they can have a better time by sitting down and contemplating their lives and the lives of others and how things can and should change. So with that said, some people are starting 2021 thinking about divorce. As sad as it sounds, it's necessary in some situations, but how can you go through that process and make the best of that situation? Well, Suzanne Norman is back to talk just about that. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me again.
I'm glad that you're here. So when people are going through this, it's never ideal, but there are maybe some advantages of a divorce, correct? Especially if it helps kind of calm the waters at home.
Absolutely. Like you said, I mean, it's no one gets married with the thought of, I cannot wait for my divorce in 5, 10, 15 years. However, you know, things change, and a divorce can result in just a better life for both people of the marriage. If you've got kids, it can benefit them just based on whatever circumstances have led to the marriage not working anymore.
And if some of our viewers are either talking about this right now at home or maybe going through a divorce as we speak, what advice would you give them to kind of move forward in the most positive way they can?
So one thing that I always like to start with is when I talk to somebody who is either considering a divorce or has their mind made up, is that, you know, it's important to act with empathy even when you're going through something that is just horrible. It's important to keep your partner's feelings in mind, and you know, counseling can be a good way to work through some of the issues that might bubble up during a divorce, and kind of keep those extra fights and extra conflicts at bay. So counseling is something that I think is really beneficial to kind of ease the process. And when you can do that, when both parties can do that, I think that it benefits everybody in the long run.
Now, what about for the viewers watching this morning that say, should we go through mediation or should we go ahead and go through a trial? What's the best case scenario, not for lawyers, but for the actual people that are going through the divorce?
Definitely. So I think that being able to resolve a case through mediation is a preferred method for me and what I would hope for my clients, because mediation is something that is just a little bit more informal. It lets you kind of discuss everything that you need to get out and you need to make sure is just out on the table without having to go through a full-blown trial. You know, discussing some of the most personal aspects of your life from a witness stand and doing it in front of a judge, I think that mediation, you know, aside from saving you a significant amount in attorney's fees, I think the informality of it and just the personable aspect of being able to sit in a room and discuss and be honest and not feel that extra pressure of being in a courtroom is something that can really help.
Okay, so the bottom line, I remember years ago, you know, the numbers were high on divorce. I feel like it was like 40 or 50% of marriages. What are the stats these days?
I think they remain about the same, and it's just a matter of how you want to resolve your divorce at the end of the day. It comes down to cooperation, because I think the most beneficial thing that you can do is reach an agreement before you have to go to court. Yeah. That way, you know what's set in stone, and you're able to talk through things and, you know, cover everything that you want to have happen in a divorce.
Okay, so bottom line, we are out of time, but if people want more information, there's the information on the screen as far as the website and phone number if you would like to talk to somebody in this specialty. We appreciate it, Suzanne. We'll see you next time.
Thank you so much. See you next time.